It's your boy Khalik, and I'm back basically saying fuck all you bitch ass niggas. All y'all some bitch ass niggas. And I'm talking about damn near every last one of them. Because it's things going on. You know how the niggas, people trying to make, even though they'll say, Obama's down with the New World Order, shit like that. Look, man, fuck this Obama shit. Alright? It don't mean nothing. But the niggas is so-called supposed to be trying to get conscious and shit. You got niggas like the Bobby Hemmings and some of these other motherfuckers. And they trying to make it like this is a sign from the gods that we supposed to be, that we gonna come up, this is a symbol. Fuck that shit. What you doing is, if these crackers had a legitimate system and a nigga came to the top of it, then you can say that shit. But what you talking about is a motherfucker sitting in the figurehead seat of the most wicked institution in the history of mankind. You understand what I'm saying? So, by that, I mean, it's not because you looking at it like that's us coming to pass. No, the fuck it's not. It don't mean shit. Because a nigga who know what's going on, like myself, don't give a fuck about that shit. I can look back to Imhotep. I can look to, Queen Kahina, the warrior. You see what I'm saying? I ain't got to look to no Condoleezza Rice, whom I refer to as, Constance Skeezer. You might hear me say that. I might have said that a few times. Constance Skeezer Dyke. I ain't got to look to her. That don't mean, that's not what I look up to. And the reason why that you niggas like this is because you don't teach your children their history. Because you don't know your history. Because you don't know that a black woman, Queen Kahina, Hebrew sister, said, we ain't fucking with no Islam. We ain't gonna let nobody force us. These Arabs running here ain't gonna force us into no Islam. And she led her people. You understand what I'm saying? To rise up. But see, that's something you don't know about. So you can't look back. All you can look to inspire a little girl is a role model is this bitch that letting these white boys pimp her named Condoleezza Rice. That's all you can do. And then any time that a nigga, her, Obama, Colin Powell, they always, you ain't never heard them identify with black people. They always got to denounce everything black. That's why you can't come up, nigga. How long you been here? And every day you talking, oh, we finna get there. We getting there. And you always talking that shit and it ain't happened yet. You been here for damn near half a motherfucking millennium. And you ain't got nowhere. You still on the bottom. So this shit, obviously it don't work. All that shit y'all get too into the playing the role of preaching and shit and you take this certain tone of voice and all that's not gonna work, man. You gotta start fucking that shit and saying, you gotta start just talking real. You gotta start spreading information with the same tone of voice that you use when you have a conversation with somebody about whatever the fuck it is. You gotta step out of them roles. You gotta leave all that bullshit, all them routines and all going through the motions and shit. You gotta leave all that alone. Otherwise, you ain't gonna get nowhere. So, you ain't got nobody to look up to. All you got to look up to is because you don't know your history, so you don't know the different names of people and can't identify people. So the only thing that you can look to is what you seeing today is motherfuckers that got figurehead positions and they getting their ass disrespected and they, showing yourself as the image of you and your people as a puppet to the whole world. And the world knows it. And you don't. That's what's so fucked up about it. Now, and the nigga just want to make this, this is a symbol of black man coming to power with Obama. It don't mean shit, nigga. Leave that shit alone. But see, niggas got to get so religious. See, that's the thing about niggas. Niggas always got to get so, they got to take something, everything got to be a philosophy. Nigga always got to belong to something. Nigga always got to have something organized, something over to control his ass. He can't just go get the information. He got to enroll in the college. That ain't going to tell him half of what he could have learned by his damn self just by going and reading the book. But he don't want to pay $10, $15 for a book. He want to go get $1,000 worth of debt to get his ass brainwashed with some bullshit. That's what he want to do. And it's just like the niggas. I hear the niggas, the Hebrew Israelite cats, will go and you'll have some niggas that'll be supporting the Great Millstone. Then they'll disagree with something because the Gathering of Christ niggas done said this and that. And then they'll agree with that. And then they can't just take that and believe that. They got to start coming against the Great Millstone and then now start riding the Gathering of Christ niggas dick. In other words, a nigga can't never just take information. He got to identify with a particular group, and that shit got to run his ass. Otherwise, he can't function as far as no information is concerned. And them some niggas is some bitches because the Gathering of Christ niggas, I came to them niggas. I said, you know, I try to be peacemaker between them and the Great Millstone, and the nigga gonna send me back a message. Nah, bro, they ain't with Christ and all that. You know, that's just it. Man, you know, ain't no way he gonna get with them. But then you had the Arabs from what the Truth After Knowledge. Them niggas, they was teaching contrary doctrine to what Gathering of Christ niggas was saying. And the Gathering of Christ, one of them guys came on there on one of the Truth After Knowledge videos talking about, man, they were talking about the virgin birth. And he was like, it don't matter what the nature of Jesus' birth was, we just need to get ready for the wilderness and shit like that. And so now he ready to identify with them and he ready to have unity with them, even though they teaching false doctrine. But when it came to your brother, you don't want to do that. Because niggas got a hatred toward each other. And anybody that's into some shit like that, I say, fuck you, nigga. It's just like the guy, Sony Logic. They came to me, and I thought the brother was cool. And, you know, he coming against Brother Seti. Now, if you notice, typical thing that a nigga will do, because they hate each other. I remember the brother mentioned one time, he like, ain't no race war. We all need all races come together. Like I told him, the nigga, and it was another guy who mentioned, he was talking about Obama, and he made the comment that you niggas, y'all conscious, brother. You don't want to see a white boy. No, he said you don't want to see a redneck in the woods with the M16. You know, he said that, well, if a redneck come at you with the M16, if that's the case, you gonna die too. You know, especially you gonna die because you ain't racist, so-called. You ain't supposedly so-called racist. Therefore, you ain't gonna be ready to defend yourself, so you gonna die. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta hate a motherfucker that hates you in order for him to shoot your ass. That's how they go. But the dude, brother Sony Logic, so he was talking about Brother Seti, and he mentioned we all gotta get together. So he down with the white people. But then there was one time where he said that if a nigga come at him in these last days, you know, looking crazy, and he gonna say, I'm gonna shoot you. You come at me looking crazy. I'm like, hold on. So now you ain't gonna shoot the white people, but you gonna shoot the nigga because he coming at you looking crazy. You see what I'm saying? Then he came, you know, I told the brother, I was trying to dialogue with the brother. He was like, I mentioned some different teachers. He sent me a video of Dr. Bar Shango. And I said, what about Brother Oshawa Kwesi? And he was like, he gonna send a message back like, yeah, but he's alright, but he shows a lot of anger. A lot of time. You know, there's a place for it. Well, motherfucker, is he speaking the truth or is he not speaking the truth? You see what I'm saying? That's it. I don't give a fuck if a nigga mad and shit. Y'all into all this bullshit. And niggas be talking about spiritual things